Ciao Bufa spectators. Semifinal number 2. The winner of this game goes on to face Umama, the 1 seed, Spanish national players, and the local favorites. This is quite a matchup of underdogs here in the semifinal. Fresh Lobsters in the lobster color, receiving. They're going a little upwind, but the wind has been swirly. Against TFN, which used to stand for Fox News, but they've since had to rebrand a little in light of the state of Fox News and American politics, which is understandable. Fresh Lobsters looking very patient, keeping the disc in the middle of the field. We'll see if we see a deep shot, and there it goes. And it's a beautiful OI flick that sits. Fresh Lobsters, the 6th seed in their pool, in Pool C, squeaking out the 2nd qualifying bid out of that pool on point differential. Coming in as the 22 overall seed out of 24, and here they are in the semifinals. So that's 1-0 Fresh Lobsters. On the other hand, TFN, also in Pool A with Umama, and they beat Umama to win Pool A, which set up a semifinal with Bufa against Umama, and Umama came out on top this morning in a close one, 10-6, I believe. That started out pretty lopsided for Umama. Bufa played well near the end, but we couldn't quite close the gap. So TFN receiving now, upwind again, sending it to Kendall. Very, very patient. Break side in cut, nice flick. Both teams showing lovely flicks into the, oh, but it's a great snatch D by Fresh Lobster, who set a pivot in the end zone and hits a nice under continue. And they're going to be aggressive early. Uh-oh, 50-50 disc. Lobsters come down with it in the dump space. Sunglass guy. Let's see if anyone can see what he's thinking. Another really nice OI flick, but it's pushed by the wind. Yeah, the wind is going from the camera to across the field, so if you're going to put up a flick like that, if you open the underside of the disc too much, it's going to be pushed to that far sideline. It's more crosswindy than anything, with the wind going toward the water. But it's pretty swirly and unpredictable. It's Kendall taking her time here. Fresh Lobsters being very spirited, no pre-stall. You know, these games, 45 minutes, don't get to 13, so jumping out to an early lead is often insurmountable. Kendall with a nice crossfield backhand. Yeah, if they can keep the disc in the middle of the field there, they're going to have better looks. Oh, here we are on this sideline. The break sideline, so there's no trap mark. They're letting them have the reset to the middle, but they don't take it, and now they might have to look across to Kendall, who's just open in all the right places. And she fires a really nice flick that's going to be perfect. So TFN evens the game at 1. Both scores coming to that cone on bendy flicks. Basti, if you're listening, can I get a beer? I don't know where he is. Bufa superstar Becky Malinowski giving me some water. It's very nice. What is that? It's Klame. Oh, Coke.
Do you want to keep it?
Yeah, it's not water. Do you have any real water? I'd take it. Thanks.
Did you burp into the commentary microphone?
I was something in my throat. Oops. Oh boy, an early turn here for Lobsters, so TFN now picking up, trying to get the game's first break. Oh, and they throw away the opportunity into the sand, which I guess is where all throwaways go. There's a foul as Lobsters is trying to bring the disc to the line. I think he mostly just slipped, and maybe the TFN player is saying he set a pivot foot. Sounds like it's no contest. Good use of hand signals. And TFN's going to tap in the disc after a little violation downfield. And here we go. So Lobsters with a really nice round backhand. If you can pivot that far, it's going to be effective. Another big flick. Wow, lovely. Oh, and just a drop there. You know, throwaways are going to happen in this weather, but drops sometimes lose you the game. Oh, and oh, so close to the D. I thought he had that one. And Lobsters with a flat mark here, still flat. They're kind of backhandy, but really, really flat, the marks. Looks like they're flicked now. Perhaps a bit of an overplay there by TFN. And they're gonna look to go long again, but holstered that time, so that's nice. Lobsters really running through their male matchups. Although, it's working, can't fault them. Lobsters go up 2-1. All three scores to that cone on that flick right there. So teams are gonna have to make some adjustments and get the disc off of that sideline, because that seems to be a throw that's working for everybody. So this tournament uses the ABBA gender rule. So the first point is 3 of one gender and 2 of the other. And then the gender matchup switches, and then you play 2 points of each, alternating. So looks like we're switching back to 3 women.
Can I sit up there? Wow, positive attitude and self-control.
Jordan, you want to do an on-mic quick interview? We have a Buffa superstar, Jordan Quickburner, joining us in the booth. No, he's eating an apple.
I need to put shoes on to get up there.
Lobsters has an out-of-bounds pull. It's way up, but in these rules, they have to take a brick mark, or they'll take it where it went out at the sideline. So sacrificing the center position, but gaining a lot of yards for TFN to take it at the line. That line has been pretty aggressive, so it looks like they don't mind giving up the center. Ooh! And let's see if there's a call here, yeah. Looks like he maybe tried to holster it. Modern day tuck rule. They got knocked out of his hands. Okay, so now we see a backhand force from Lobsters, kind of protecting that cone that's been scored on all day, which I think is the right decision. Oh, but they get the flick off anyway. All 4 scores at that exact throw. So the teams have got to make an adjustment there. And you see the second point now of 3 women, TFN signaling arms straight out. Lobsters getting ready to receive, so no breaks so far. 2-2 on serve. The wind is a little bit calmed down from the first semi, but it's still super unpredictable, so you never know. At any point, it might get swirly or windier, or it might die down. Yeah, there are 4 fields at CFC. 2 of them are parallel to the ocean, and 2 of them are perpendicular. So these are kind of the more crosswindy fields. And field 1 is protected a little bit by this, I don't know what you call this gravelly dune slope. So it's probably the least windy of all the fields, but still, there's a lot. Lobsters keeping the disc in the center. And backhand is considered, but going to this big, young, German-looking guy. Really nice backhand to the middle of the field. Oh, let's see if they attack that cone with the flick again. No, now they go backhand, and it's a turn on the goal line. So the first backhand into that end zone is a turn. Yeah. I think Jordan's right. She tried to milk it a little. Bassi had a drop in the last game trying to milk it. I think in this weather, if you can catch it, you just got to do it immediately. 1 yard is not worth risking a possession. Oh, and a lefty with the disc now. Let's see how this affects his decision making. Flick down the sideline. Yeah, this has been the sideline where most of the work is being done. Good dump defense here. Great dump defense by Lobsters. And they force a really tough grab down the sideline, and now they're putting on the flick force again, so little force middle from them. Let's see if they alter it. Yeah, now it's backhand, so Lobster's running a little force middle, and there's a poach. Can they take advantage? Trying to attack that cone. Oh, and it's popped up. Oh, and a great save. Still on the goal line. Confusing pivot from the lefty, but there's a reset. Let's see if they center the disc now. This is what they've been wanting to do. Nope, looks like they're gonna attack the end zone. Not quite in. And Jesse with a really nice backhand to the cone for the first break. And all the way over here from the Toronto Sixers, Jesse putting in the first break for TFN. I couldn't see who that was. So Hawaiian shirts up on the Lobster shirts. 3-2 now. One very, very important break. Although it's downwind, so. Lobster's looking a little tired after that point. They played really good defense. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Really proud of this team for coming out of the 6th seed in their pool and making the semifinal. They fought really, really hard. Won the games they had to win.
That's the first down 1 point, I think that's the score.
And most importantly, got a 12 o'clock start today. That is impressive.
I think everything's enough in. That was big.
And a new kind of pull here. Is it going to sit? And Lobster's going to play it at the back line, centering the disc. They look really confident with these first few throws. Love to keep the disc in the middle. TFN probably should push toward the sideline a little more. And here's a big loopy flick. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in the first point. If you open that underside of the disc in this direction, it's going to get pushed out more likely than not. So TFN with a second break chance here, although this one will be a little harder. Let's see what kind of defense Lobsters play. Number 8 in the blue tank didn't get the Hawaiian shirt memo. What's his name? Grant, thank you. I need someone up here who knows all the names. Oh, and a nice poach from Lobsters. Can't quite get a hand on it. And let's see if we see another one of those flicks. No, they look to centering. Kyle. Oh, Kyle. Yeah. Oh. And that's another break for TFN. Grant punches it in. Do you know who threw the assist there, Jordan?
I don't.
Number 3. That's a great shirt.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
It's like a Hawaiian tankish thing. Yeah. She's been playing really well. So 2 breaks up now for TFN. And it's tough, it's tough at 4-2 to say it's a must score, but 3 points down in a short game with this wind is really, really tough to come back from. So Lobster's got to get this one right now. And they've scored twice in this direction. And TFN now putting on some O-line personnel on defense. So Lobsters really can't afford to turn it. TFN taking their time discussing. Sounds like maybe forcing them to that away sideline. Although that's how they've been scoring, so let's see. Nice floaty pull. Yeah, looks like they're forcing them to that sideline. They're gonna let them have it over there. Oh, and a really lovely backhand. Let's see if it sits. Oh, great effort there, but just not enough spin on the disc, I think. And it sits. And Lobsters looking a little tired. TFN sideline telling on field to focus and lock in. Kendall picking up the disc again. TFN saying it's all in their heads. I think their legs are quite important as well. Ooh! And Lobsters with a very quick D, and they pick it up, looking to punish right away. Good shutdown D in the isolation in the end zone. And Lobsters forced to reset and reset again, and then throw the backhand to the cone. Yeah, you can't have a short field turnover like that. Good teams are going to punch that in. This is the semifinals of CFC, so these are good teams. So I think that's 4-3 now Lobster's down, but they can get a break in this direction, tie it up. Yeah, that was a must hold for them. No timeouts used yet by either team. Each team has 1 per game. And if this pull gets inbounds, it's going to be lovely, but no, it stays out. So they'll probably brick it to center. The extra yard's probably not worth it here. Lobster starting with a backhand force, a little bit into the wind. Flick break around for Jesse again. Looking to center the disc right away. Ooh. Nice dump defense by Lobsters.
No foreign.
They want to keep it on the high side here.
Inside.
And Jessie with a really nice in cut. Let's see what she looks to do now. She'll take 1 look downfield and then center the disc, I think. Oh, and she sees it downfield, and it's a great backhand. And TFN goes up 5-3. Some sort of call? No. Just Lobsters discussing. Yeah, they're just talking about the force and sideline communication. Yeah, I think Lobster's pointing out that the sideline was behind the play a little bit there, and they didn't know to cover that sideline. But then again, that's force side, so you just got beat up line. Happens. Yeah, the wind is significantly calmer than last game, it seems. Very few turns for a really windy day. So seems like it's calmed down a little on the field. Either way, the winner of this game will have a tough task against the 1 seed Umama in the final. Local favorites probably have the crowd on their side. We see on field 2 down there, a really nice backhand for the score. And here we go, Kendall with the flick pull. And it lands out, just out. And so you see TFN and Lobster's opposite force strategies. So TFN here going to force them into that downwind sideline, and they're happy to take it, Lobsters, and just work it down that sideline as much as possible. Yeah, it's 3 straight throws down the sideline. I think here they're going to have to look to center the disc though. There's a really nice round backhand, but it just drops. Probably not flat enough. And Grant picks up and looks to punish immediately to Kendall, who doesn't look, never seen a look she didn't like. Oh! And a pancake against the lap for 6-3 TFN lead. Kendall just really looks in command of her throws here. And Lobsters, you expect them to hold here, and then it'll be 6-4, and they have to get a break before half, or else the time's going to make this an impossible comeback. I know as the commentator, I'm supposed to keep you all watching by saying that any comeback is possible, but I don't know. 7-4 at half with 10 minutes to play seems really tough. So Lobster's got to punch one in and then break. So we see Lobsters with pretty strict O-line, D-line. This looks like their O-line again. Their O-line has mostly been playing in the other direction, the upwind direction, but they're staying on the field here to play a downwind point. All these teams have different strategies. You have an upwind line, a downwind line, an O-line, a D-line. You not call lines at all. Nice flick pull from TFN. And Lobster's going to start in the middle on their goal line. Looking to attack that downhill side. And are they going to work down the sideline or look to center the disc? It's the eternal question. Let's see. Looks like everybody goes up line, which creates nice around space. And now Lobsters to disc in the middle of the field. Faking the inside backhand break. Nice little show and go here. And let's see if they attack this. Oh, and that's an aggressive trying to float it in that direction is really difficult. And that's nice catch-up layout D by TFN. TFN really looks like they're ready to have a rematch with Umama in the finals. They want this. That's a nice shoulder-high layout to make sure he's not going to get it. Another nice play by White on field 2. They got hands in the end zone over there. Oh, that maybe there's a call. Okay, back to the semifinal. TFN on the cone. This is a dangerous cone. The hook Jessie right away, and it's a beauty. Wow. And she gets open. And those flicks have been working. Let's see if she goes with that backhand again. Yeah. The little head nod, yep. Yeah, directing traffic with her head, 2 hands on the disc. Alex puts a banana peel on the rocks, and TFN takes half, 7-3. And they look pumped up. Lobster's looking a little down. Sounds like Lobsters took a timeout at half. A little redundant maybe. But we've been playing through half all the teams. So if they need the time now, they need the time now. Looks like Ivan, the camera guy, has been doing a great job all weekend. Gets in the huddle. Let's see what they have to say. Can you hear me now? Okay. Wait. I'm just testing this mute button.
Hello, everybody.
Hello? Okay. So the mute button doesn't exist. Got it.
There are 8 teams in the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals have to be played within the next few hours until 4 o'clock. So, we are...
Ooh, we're getting some spike ball quarterfinal announcements.
Quarterfinal 1, Malitos from Tenerife, Spain, against Staub from Zamstad. Quarterfinal 2, Spatzilla against Maypac, both from Denver. Quarterfinal 3, Empire Spikes Back against Dr. Chan. Quarterfinal 4, Bufa all the way against Ando from Spain. Please play these spike ball quarterfinals within the next few hours until 4 p.m. Thank you.
Okay, so after the spike ball announcement, we're back to the semifinal action here. It looks like TFN is going to receive, and they're up 7-3, so that's tough. Lobster's got to get this one, and they got to get it quick. What time is it? Oh, okay, that was a really fast half. Wow. So we got 22 minutes, plenty of time. Time so far has not been an issue.
This is gonna be smooth and beautiful.
All right, and here we go. Lobsters pulling, TFN ready to receive. And that's the first pull I've seen all day go out to the right. So in the trash, I think. Luckily it's a Euro disc, so it's made from recycled materials.
I did read that in the
Oh no, that Jogo disc is actually an Ultra Star, I think, so it's trash. Keep it in there. All right. Grant gets a new frisbee and is gonna play it at the break. Lobster's totally flat, poaching in the lane, isolating Alex. TFN doesn't hit her. Swings to this break sideline here. Nice pump fakes from TFN. And they wanted long the whole time, and let's see if they can catch up to it. They can't, and Lobster's got the quick turn they needed right away. So on the advantageous cone here, the wind swirling a little bit, maybe picking up. Feels like it. Lobster's taking their time with the disc. And TFN gonna put on a trap mark here, it looks like. So, yeah, flick force. Kendall occupying a couple defenders. And Lobsters touching both sidelines. Get a deep look, not taking it. Nice under, but unders are tough, man. Unders are tough. Give and goes and hucks have been what's working here, which is just good frisbee. And oh, a hammer consideration. Oh, and he probably should have thrown it. Instead, it's a laser beam that Grant quite can't hang on to. And Lobsters gets another break chance. This is a gift for them. You know, if you fake a hammer and don't throw it, I don't believe in karma, but some god is against you, I think. Oh, and yeah, nice little inside to the center of the field. Oh, you know, I saw what you saw, but you can't lead someone like that downwind. It doesn't work. Maybe a little lefty backhand, maybe, but probably just holster that one. All right, so they need a third D here, and if they can get it, they get it on the goal line, they have a good chance. They got plenty of time. Looks like they're going to hit this flat mark again, which I think is a good idea. If I were TFN, Lobsters hasn't really shown the ability to work it down the entire field in this direction, so yeah, I'm looking for big gainers just like that. Let's see if they can score in 3 throws here. Alex gets open, and that flick that has been working all day works again. Oof. So 3 flicks, and that's all it takes from goal line to goal line. So 8-3, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the safe play by the guy on Lobsters.
Agreed. There's no score that's worth risking any injury, but especially in this kind of game, you really want to make sure that that's your priority. We've seen that a couple times this weekend. Just big people kind of being aware of their bodies, and makes me happy.
Same.
TFN puts their D-line. This is pretty much their starting D-line here. Most of the players who started the game. Oh, okay, they're going to have a substitution or 2. In addition to the ABBA gender rules, there's gender pull here. So the gender with more people must pull. So a female matchup pull there by TFN. A couple throws by Lobsters. They're on this sideline, pump faking those flicks. Nice little high release backhand. And Lobsters get to swing and can't continue here. And they're looking for a center, and let's see if they find the continue this time. Still do not, so they're trapped on this flick sideline. And they're going to try something toward the middle of the field. Nice IO break. Another IO. Jesse, oh, so close, but it doesn't really matter. The offense can't come up with it. Neither can the guy in the blue lying down in the back of the end zone. And he's not going to help out TFN at all. They're going to have to go all the way to the back line to get the frisbee, which shoots them just fine with 15 minutes to play.
I also
17 minutes to play.
I thought about coming under because
28, is it?
I knew that.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see. Oh. Slightly better look than the other backhands, but really none of them have worked in that direction. But, you know, if you're TFN, field position's a good game to play right now. You can't give a short field turnover to Lobsters. So picking up and throwing a nice little floaty backhand. Intelligent move if not successful. And now TFN, and again with the flat mark in this direction, which flat marks, and it looks like the female defenders are taking away the unders downfield, which I think is a good idea. There's a big floaty flick that's put up. Lobsters has position, and they come down with it. Oh, and let's see. Oh, they look off a streaking cutter, but oh, there's some sort of pick call. I see the pick symbol. Maybe they're talking about whether it will stand.
Who's calling the pick?
Okay, so the disc is going to stay, but no double continuation, so the next throw won't count.
I believe it was a pick on this girl with the hat.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. The streaking player who got open in the end zone was picked. So this is going to remain there, but they're going to have to come all the way back. And Lobsters, looks like they're thinking about a timeout. Let's see if they take it.
Now they took their timeout right before half.
Oh, you're right, they did. And sort of an open look there, but looked off. I think Lobsters would maybe do a little better to use their female matchups here. And they seem to be throwing to their men quite a bit. And just a turfed swing from TFN gives Lobsters the break they need.
No huck!
And there's some sort of discussion. They're going to let Blue Shorts isolate in space. Who makes a layout. Clap catch and looks for the IO flick. And Jesse, I think, gave up on the D. Maybe there's some sort of call. Another pick. And you know, regardless of if lobster score, this is the long point TFN is looking for. You'll give up a point if it kills 6 minutes on the clock. And looking for that IO flick again, but wisely looked off this time, and they get a center. Yeah, and here's Lobsters using their female matchups a little more now. See if they get a dump here. Yep. Nice give and go to the reset in the center handler here. And looking for this flick that has been all their scores, but they holster it that time for the backhand. Really nice high release around backhand. And looks like he wants a lefty here, but he's not going to get it. We're going to go back to the middle. Almost a D by Hawaiian shirt. Oh. Green Hawaiian shirt, I should say.
Come on, defense! Come on, defense!
Kendall thinks it's good defense. I agree, but still just popped it up over the head.
Come on, D! Come on, D! Edo, let's
And if
go!
TFN can punch this one in,
That's it!
pretty much over.
This point's coming down to who has the legs and the grit.
Yep.
Everyone looks exhausted.
Yeah. Jessie doesn't. She looks fresh as always. Got the disc in the middle of the field, waiting patiently for an option. Really a nice disciplined step out, and then give and go to the front cone. Is she going to get it? I don't know how you guard that. That's too good. Layout clap catch just to make sure. And Umama is going to have to figure out what to do with her in the final here. Really looks confident on sand. Lobster's going to play to the end. They don't give up. You don't come in as a 6 seed and make the semifinal and be a team who gives up. So we're going to see some fireworks from them still. I expect some big plays here at this point. Nice looking line on 3 ladies. And young guy and old guy. It's an O line that should get it done. I'm kidding, he's not that. Actually, might be old. Actually, I think number 3 on the line with the sunglasses, I think he's the designer. I think he draws all the designs on the Fresh Lobster jerseys.
Oh yeah?
If you get a close-up look at them, they are gorgeous. The lobster shirts are, yeah. At least this like peachy lobster color, really, really nice color. And yeah, the animals are really great. He's wearing the sloth, which is my sister's favorite animal. Shout out Lily. She doesn't play Frisbee, so chances she ever sees this are negative.
Right!
Oh, let's see if they, oh! And you know what, just a little trip maybe, but
I got the gift, let's go!
TFN wisely, humbly saying that's a gift. And if they can punch it in the goal line, it might be close in the winning, and it, ooh!
Oh my God!
Come on, Lobsters, easy point, easy point.
Yeah, the level was even and high across the board, and just a lovely pull. Is it going to sit in the back of the end zone? Oh, almost.
Very nice ball.
But wind is really picking up here. And Lobster's going to take it at the brick, but you know, I like the idea of going for it on the pull.
Yes, Kendall.
Because a bad inbounds pull where they can run a fast break right away is dangerous. So you gotta try to get a really nice pull. Lobster's making a big deep clearing cut, but giving up on it, and now there's not much space underneath, but they find it with a flick to the middle. And it looks like they're pretty flat here. TFN flat to flick.
Inside.
Ooh, and there's a little piece on the mark, but I think that was not going to be completed anyway. And Grant sees something he likes in the end zone, and it's just too low. I think there's a little traffic in the lane that prevented him from really stepping out and putting a nice flat flick to space, but he short arms it little, it goes into the sand. TFN really really with a dominating performance here. And that looks like clean D there. They're really putting the pressure on. Lobsters hasn't had anything going after the first 2 points. Kendall walking patiently to the disc, looking for a really nice around backhand. And a lot of traffic at the front cone there, so they get what they want across the field. Really nice patient work from TFN. One thing they do really well is when you're a handler, you pick up the disc, you throw it around, you're clearing.
Yeah.
And it really makes space. So running an end zone drill right here. So he wants Grant to clear, and I agree. So Grant clears back to the middle now. And TFN burns their timeout, which is unfortunate for Lobsters. But, you know, they had their chances. TFN playing really good defense. Oh, sorry. It's been just a lovely time. You know, the wind affects the Frisbee a little, but tons of sun. This is by far the cloudiest day, and it's still pretty hot and sunny. Thursday and Friday were just gorgeous. And if you're wondering why the semis and finals are on Saturday, it's because there's a 20th anniversary celebration that has been kept sort of secretive by the organizers, but they're taking everyone to an undisclosed location tomorrow during the day for some sort of, I don't know what to call it. We'll see. I'll report back. And so that's Sunday, which means almost everybody's staying tonight, which should be really fun. Every time there's a break in the action here, there's a huck score on field too. And Blue punches in a really nice backhand. What teams are those? Is one of them Woody's?
Yeah. Woody's is white.
Woody's is white, yeah. Who's the blue team? I recognize those jerseys, but I can't read it from this far away in the sun. Is it Arepitas? No, Ultimate Lovers. I think that's Ultimate Lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a bunch of ninth place bracket games going on now. I think I see Jogo in black on that field to the right. Yeah, it's like Phil K with the disc to Christian, best buds. He looks downfield for Anna. Catches the disc in the center. Back to Christian, and eventually they'll involve people who aren't their best friends. But for now, let's look down the sideline. Looks like it's not going to hang. Okay, back to action in the finals here. TFN takes an immediate swing to the sideline, looks for the continuation, but it's well defended by Lobsters. Oh, and an upline from the center handler makes space back to the middle. Oh, that was a really nice upline cut, and the end zone defender poached just enough to find a really nice inside look back to the middle. And so Grant with the sunglasses, hat, gloves combo punches in the 11th goal for TFN, and that's going to seal it. Seen a couple umbrellas come out now on the sideline as the sun's starting to poke through a bit more. But Lobsters playing their players to the very end. There is a bronze medal match, so it looks like it'll be Buffa Lobsters. We gotta find out what time that game's at, Jordan.
3.
So we can warm up. 3 o'clock.
3, and then spike ball at 4, and then
Got
finals
it.
at 5.
So
5 minutes left. 5 minutos para acabar.
that makes it 12:40. Bronze medal match at 3, which is 9 o'clock East Coast US time. Spike ball finals at 4, and then finals are at 5. That's kind of late.
Yeah,
Might be getting a little dark at that time. I bet they'll start it early. Spike ball doesn't take an hour. I don't remember the semis. I feel like we just played finals in one day last year. I don't remember playing the semis that day. Oh, maybe we did. Okay, so an out of bounds pull for TFN. Kendall's Portuguese. Has gotten really good. She also speaks Spanish and English, obviously.
She's married to a Portuguese guy.
A lovely man named Rui. Just a great guy. And Lobster's taking a big flick. Oh, you know what? It was a good cut, and he cut it off and came back and made a really nice adjustment. Remy. So it looks like they're going to keep forcing flick a little. They're not really taking away the arounds too much, but it's a flat-ish flick force. TFN fakes the around. Jesse, oh, really nicely defended. It's a good bid. a good clean catch-up attempt. Her backhands have just been really, really solid. Nice low pivot with her knee in the sand. And you know, TFN just does a great job keeping the disc in the middle of the field. They'll hit the sideline, but then they look to get it right back to the middle, which is really how you need to play in the wind. If you get trapped on the sideline too long and you can't get that floaty flick down to the cone, then you're in trouble. Little discussion here. TFN at the opposite brick. Oh, and you know what? She didn't quite square up to Jessie there.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, Maria, yeah, Maria.
Jamie Quella of US fame says use your Charles Barkley butt and really square up to the dump, but doesn't matter. Fresh Lobsters can't quite complete their own dump. Another drop, and TFN looking to put the finishing touches on this one here. A few minutes left in the game. Looking to attack that flick as they've done. Nice upline cut, and it's not quite in. Oh, one-handed lefty catch, and let's see if they force it to the cone or get in the round. Looks like they'll take a dump. Nicely saved. Really wobbly dump. Shakes off the sand from the disc and fires a crazy backhand through all the traffic for what I think isn't the winning score, but might have pushed it to game point for TFN. Yeah, 12 sounds like. So one more point and TFN will take it. Looks like they're putting out some O-line players for 3 women. Lobsters has to score, it's the last point. Might be the last point regardless. And TFN showing respect to their opponent, play until the end, talking about their matchups here. Talking about a bit of a flat mark. Let's see if, sometimes at the end of a game here, when you have an important game next and you know this one's over, you practice some defensive schemes that need some work. You know, you're not going to get better at person matchup defense right now. So yeah, they're running a little bit of a poachy set here. We haven't really seen that poach in the lane too much from TFN. And now they look like pretty solid person. Ooh, and a nice save for Lobsters, who looks for the inside flick, and it's a crazy layout clap catch. Wow, that disc was so wobbly, making that catch just so hard. And let's see if they attack the cone. And that's a really nice last O point by Lobsters. If they could have done that all game, it would have been a little tighter. But they also had a really nice play by, do you know the name of the girl in the green hat? No. Let's get their...
I know it's their captain.
It's their captain, okay. The speakers have been quite loud on field 1 all weekend, so I think that signals the end of my commentary. Oh no, they're going to turn it down, okay. And the crowd wants a break here. Let's finish this off with a Lobsters break. Let's go. Talking about defense. This is a fast, tall line from Lobsters. Some players staying on even. Oh, the Mini Movie announcement. If you missed the Mini Movies game yesterday, it was quite something. And a really fun floaty pull that is in the next field. Kendall showing spirit, jogging to the disc, getting it in play. Very nice. Oh, now she slows it down. Understandable. Something about chewing and swallowing in the music here. And Kendall gonna brick it. Sounds like it'll be the last point of the game. Let me see a side stack here from Lobsters. They're going to attack with an undercut that is nicely defended, and it looks like there's a foul on. I saw Kendall signaling foul, but it looks like it was a foul on the cut. Okay, and foul retracted. Seems like there's a turnover. So the disc will stay on that sideline. Yep. The little waist height jazz hand symbol for turnover. And the ground is tapped live, so we're gonna get back into play. Lobsters has a chance to get their first break on the last point of the game. Let's go, Lobbies. And they're gonna have a tough time on that sideline. So let's see what happens. Looking immediately for, oh, just, you know, that's a bit of a fast pass to be caught there. And Kendall's gonna push the pace, as I personally believe you always should. She gets a nice centering pass, and Lobsters on their own goal line. Just another drop. It's tough to concentrate with the music like this, I gotta say. It's really loud. 2 drops we wouldn't normally see there, maybe even 3. And an IO flick to the back corner. It's not, oh, it's not quite gonna sit in time. A long last point here. So if you're Umama and you just watch this game, what are your takeaways here for TFN?
Oh man.
I think you gotta contain Kendall. You just gotta not let her get the disc. Her throws have looked really good.
Yeah,
you gotta just play under. Yeah, you gotta play under Kendall. And I don't know what you do about Jessie. This is a problem.
Yeah. They have really strong women though.
Yeah, I think the women will be pretty evenly matched in the next game. I think Umama probably has a bit of an advantage in the speedy handler set on the male matchup side. And it looks like, yeah.
Umama's gonna have the chemistry versus these bunch of pickups.
Yeah, they will have chemistry, no question.
That's what really killed us.
Yeah, we lost in the semis because they came out and immediately knew the game plan, and they connected on a lot of really nice floaty flicks down this sideline, the close sideline. And handler immediately slash for Lobsters, and they're gonna get a big backhand look here. I really like that look, actually. It's just not the right matchup. And yeah.
Make it work and finish it.
And TFN yelling, let's finish it. Yes, everybody agrees.
One more time.
But Lobster still has a chance for their break here. Let's see if they can get it. They gotta get the turn over on this goal line first. Yeah, see, I don't think you should give Kendall these free resets if you're a mama.
Come on, Julia! Come on, Julia!
She's too good. She's patient with the disc. Jessie with the continuation.
Just force everyone deep.
Yeah.
They haven't really. TFM hasn't proven to get these hucks.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they did that to us.
Looks like maybe there's a call. No, there's an injury. See, so the hands on top of the head injury, hands behind the head, 3 women. So it's been it's a little tough to tell sometimes between this. Although, of course, when play is happening, it's probably not 3 women signal. So Jessie takes an injury. I think she's just a little out of breath. I think she'll be okay. All right, so TFN moving on to the finals against Umama. The winner gets just a lovely assortment of fruit and liquor and fruit. They say liquor. And champagne, I think, if I remember correctly. But Lobster's looking for the first break. Oh, and Kendall with a layout D. Center handler playing defense to the very end. And now she'll pick up the disc and look to finish it for TFN. She's been a mother for 8.5 months, and she looks as good as she ever has on the Frisbee field. Nice centering. Cross field throw. Yeah, the wind is really tied down. Let's see what she decides to do here. And the winning score is good. Yes. And that's it. TFN takes it. A dominating performance by them. So it sounds like the 2 finalists are both from Pool A. The local hometown heroes, Umama. I guess Spain, not necessarily Lanzarote. Against TFN, so Big rematch of their pool play game. The TFN, I think, took 10-7. So, of all the teams Umama could face in the final, this is the one team that's shown they can beat them. So that will be an exciting final. But we got a lot more Frisbee to play. 9th place game, 3rd place game, spike ball finals. All right. Signing off from Happy Consolation Losers Bufa. Thanks for a great semi, and we'll see you in the final.